I certainly hope so. This is getting old. Like, darn, come on. And I'm literally going to keep my hands right here and not touch anything. I was like, all right, what are you doing here? I saw that Faith was saying something about having osteo in. Yes, this is a real one, Faith. Was saying something about having osteo in her back. I've got osteo in my hands and RA in my shoulders. So I'm like, okay, I understand. And hopefully this is the real one. I keep touching my computer, and every time I touch my computer, it messes up. So I'm not going to touch my computer again. Not till we're done. I can't do that. And I have no clue. They put a big old tag in that. Keeps picking on me. I sent Colleen a text and said I posted a new link, and I don't know what it spelled out, but it sure didn't say I posted a new link. Am I still quiet? Well, hello, Math Geek. Happy Halloween. Oh, I'll put my costume back on for you. Let's see if I can get it straight. Can you guess what I am? I'm a 70s mom. Big sunglasses, a scarf in my hair. I need a can of Tab. You know what I mean? That's what I remember. Scarves in the hair, big sunglasses, and cans of Tab. My mom and her girlfriends drank Tab or Boone's Hill strawberry wine. I could do that too. We could do the wine. I like it better than the Tab for sure. But I can't see with those glasses on. And I've had to restart now twice. Yeah, Boone's Farm. Yeah, and I worked in convenience stores back when MD 2020 was the big deal. I always thought it meant Mad Dog. It means Mogan David. I was like, really? That's what that stands for? That's who made it, was Mogan David. You dressed up as an old woman, Faith? There you go. That's a good idea. Cute costume. I thought it meant Mad Dog. I stocked it on shelves for years working in convenience stores. But I never read boxes. I just slung them around, did what I was supposed to do with them. Yeah, I always called it Mad Dog. I didn't know any better. Yeah. I I was reading one of those BuzzFeed sites, you know what I mean? Where they tell you 50 things you didn't know or didn't remember. And I was like, oh, I always thought it meant Mad Dog. That means it stands for Mogan David. Because they were a big wine, I guess they're still a big winemaker, but they were a big winemaker and they made I guess they poured their dregs into bottles and decided to sell it as something. Like, okay. I think Sylvia put it in too, so that's fine, Tracy. Yeah, I really thought it meant Mad Dog. Um, the other thing is, I don't know what they called it, cognitive dissonance is slang for Mogan David. That makes sense. See? Um, I swear I remember seeing a movie with Shaquille O'Neal as a genie, and this BuzzFeed list I read said he never did it. That it was some other guy that played the genie, some other Sinbad. And I swear I thought it was Shaquille. Just goes to show. Some of the things that they had in this list of things that never happened or weren't true, I was like, oh, I knew that. But most of them, I was like, nope. Yeah, it was Sinbad. That's his name. Yeah. But I swear I remember seeing Shaquille in it. Yes. That's what I said. I have no clue what that's supposed to say. Yay, Lynn. I'm sorry. I keep touching my computer, and every time I touch my computer, I screw things up. So I'm not touching my computer again until we're done. But so did you get to give some candy out? Oh, the new iron guys. Remember I told you this one that I got? The Steam Fast brand? Yes, I do, Faith, and I'm very appreciative of it because I don't know that I'd follow somebody through 3 lives to get there. Yeah, I'm so sorry. But I bought this. It's not as good as my Panasonic, but for an $85 difference in price, it's as good as my Panasonic. Um, the only thing I don't like about it is this dial here. You have to dial it on and off, so I unplug it whenever. Yeah, $85 makes it as good as a Panasonic, but you have to dial it on and off. And this light, I'm trying to get it where you can see it. It doesn't come on when it's not plugged in. This light is supposed to turn green when it's hot. But I was going to say it's going to make a liar out of me now, right? It stays red. Let's see if I can turn you. See the red light? I have never seen it turn green. Oh, Tracy, I don't know if I've ever told this story on camera before. I took a self-defense class when I was in my 30s, and it's been a day or two. Okay, I was like 35, 36, and they taught us how to use something called a Kubotan. It's about this long. It goes on your keychain, and they're metal or really hard plastic, and they have like hand grips where your fingers fit. And I couldn't carry it into the courthouse. That's where I lost it at. They took it off my keychain at the courthouse. But it's just a little short baton. And the instructor taught us how to use it to protect ourselves, hit people here, there, that kind of stuff. And then our final exam was we had to get away from him. And, he walked up and grabbed a hold of us. And when we were done with mine, he was like, "You not only passed," he said, "I feel sorry for the mugger who meets you in a dark alley." So I was like, okay. So yeah, I have a tendency to lose my cool when somebody grabs hold of me. Yeah, kick to the nards. Yeah, it works, but sometimes it's not exactly what you need. But that's pretty sad for your self-defense instructor to feel sorry for any mugger who ever messed with me. But I've never been a little girl. I mean, even when I ran track in high school, I was like 190. So yeah, I come out slinging when I'm startled. If you grab a hold of me and I'm not expecting it, they expect to get your nose busted, black eye, hit in the mouth, whatever. Because that's just how I am. I don't, swinging. Yeah, I don't do surprise me very well. I don't even like surprise parties for the most part. And if you pop up on me, like if I'm walking to my car and my brain is going to the car and somebody walks up out of nowhere, the first thing I do is hit them with whatever I've got in my hand. And then I stop and look to see who it is, which is not good. Oh, I may get mad enough to start crying, Colleen, but if I start crying, it doesn't mean that I'm scared or upset. It means I'm mad, and that's when you should probably run. I talked one time about starting to if you're crying, run. Yeah. When I take my jewelry off, if I start crying, you're done. Get out of my face. Because I'm going to if I'm going to fight, I'm going to fight. I'm going to win. Whether that means fighting dirty or not. I just don't choose to fight with most people. It's not worth it. It's like, I have when it was related to my kids or my family or anything, but no. One thing I do remember about my mom, and she doesn't remember it now. She's long gone. But when we were kids, I remember her and the neighbor lady getting into it. And mom's got a hold of this woman by the hair, and my mom wasn't even left handed, but she's got her by the right hand in her hair, and she's just punching. And my mom was a little bitty thing. But my mom was like, 120 pounds, soaking wet, 5'5" or 6". She was little. And this neighbor lady was way bigger. I remember that. And my mom just never let go. They called the police on her. The police came out. They pulled my mom off this lady. And then the cop says to my mom, it's a $220 fine for assault. And she said, well, let me go so I can get my money's worth out of her. I was like, oh, mom. Yeah, I don't fight like a girl either. But yeah, I was like, okay, mom, you need to calm down. But 1970s is when that was. Oh, Mr. T. I can't wear rings hardly at all anymore. So it's earrings. I don't like necklaces. I do sometimes, but I don't like having to take them on and off at night because I'm really good about getting them caught in my hair. So, yeah, don't wear those a whole lot. Sylvia, you were stabbing sausages, calling them a snotty kid's name. Do you remember that, or did your daughter? Yeah, necklaces just get tangled up in my hair. The earrings catch my hair. I really want a nice pair of post earrings, but I do kind of like the dangle. So, trade offs, trade offs. I love my wedding ring. It's just when my hands hurt, I can't wear it. I mean, I got to pick it out long couple of years before we even got married. We weren't going to get married. So there's my ring. You can get it up there. Not a very good picture. It doesn't focus well. Let's see if it does better. But it's hard to get on and off. Oh. Well, I guess it's going to fit my finger today. But if my hands are swollen, it's really hard to wear it. I do like to. It's party. I picked it out because it was party. So, yeah. Your wedding rings get loose more than snug. Yeah. I used to have a whole bunch of rings, but I got robbed years and years ago. And it was almost all costume stuff. I had my class ring in there, and I had a little diamond flake ring. Yeah, it is kind of a elongated flower. I don't know. We didn't pay. Can you see it any better there? We didn't pay a whole lot for it. It was at a pawn shop. It was under 500, and it's got little diamond chips around it. But the ring that I'm the most upset about losing isn't my class ring, even though that cost a bunch of money. It's a little. It was, and they probably have these everywhere, but it was a little chip ring. It was gold that goes up, and then there were little chips of diamond in the top of it. But it was my grandma's. Ah, okay, Lynn. Well, hopefully everybody has a good time and that the new girlfriend turns out to be very nice. Got my fingers crossed. But yeah, that's the ring I miss the most. And probably if I went on eBay or something, I could find another one like it. Um, but I don't, the one I had was from my granny. So Yeah, that's the one thing. Even with having gained all the weight that I have after having my surgeries and my sepsis, my ring fingers have stayed pretty much the same size um, on my left hand. My right hand, it swells worse. So I used to be able to wear my wedding ring on my right or my left hand, but I can't wear it on my right hand anymore. But there's when my hands start giving me fits, this finger has a numb spot right where the ring goes, even if I'm not wearing my ring. And I don't know if Wayne's worn his ring in forever. It's not like either one of us needs it to prove to anybody we're married. We definitely are. So, okay, guys. So I had a poll that I put up on Colleen got a community tab, guys. So the first thing she did was ask a coffee question. Really, Colleen? But she knew what I was going to say because she put it as one of the poll options. She's like, really? You get a community tab and the first thing you do is ask this silly question? I was like, that's exactly what I would have said. I wonder if she read my mind. But I put a post in my community tab. I put a poll in there because we did you're hilarious. We did a sewing bee on Saturday. And Colleen and I had a blast doing it. I'm sure Sylvia would have had a blast. But she had some family stuff to deal with. And I asked if anybody would be interested in it, in having like a weekly or a monthly sewing bee, not necessarily weekly, but maybe once a month or so, a sewing bee where everybody can just kind of join in. And if you guys are really interested, we could take it off into a Zoom chat. Thank you, Colleen. But I'm interested to know what you guys think. And then maybe we do either a Saturday morning early or we do, I don't know, one day of the week that we all kind of agree on. Yeah, I think it would. You like the idea of taking it offline, Marie? So it's not recorded, or you like the idea of just a sewing bee kind of thing? Because it was nice. Well, Colleen and I both had projects going. And so we could work on our projects. Bye, Lynn. You have a great day. Happy Halloween. Yeah, I like the idea of a sewing bee. And then Sylvia was going to get there. When you said yes, there was a couple of people who said no, but somebody unsubscribed during the sewing bee too. So I'm there for her. An offline Zoom would be fun. Okay. So maybe we try to work that idea out. Probably we'll do like one online and then figure out details from there. I agree, Tracy, but it's either somebody's. I don't know. I hope I didn't make somebody mad. It happens. No matter what you do, if you have an opinion on something, somebody doesn't necessarily like them. But okay, if we don't, maybe we wouldn't be friends in real life there. But I've made a lot of friends on YouTube, and I'm thrilled with it, and thrilled to be growing on YouTube. That's always a big plus. So, and Colleen is growing, and Miss Sylvia is growing. You're in next time? Okay. Yeah, Tracy. Miss Sylvia is at 276. So she jumped like 10 or 12 subs a couple of days ago because she showed off her gnomes, and they are so cute. So if you haven't subscribed to Sylvia, her link is in the chat. If you're in replay, the link should still work. If not, Sylvia is you and me, FPP, and the and is a word and. There it is in the chat right beside me. Colleen put it in. Colleen sews and chats. She does lives on Monday morning, and then she does instruction videos the rest of the week. And she's very new to quilting, so she's putting out really beginner videos, which is awesome because if you're trying to learn the whole process, it's nice when somebody teaches you how to read the rulers and how to line up the rulers and that kind of stuff. That's things that I'm a little more advanced. Sylvia's way more advanced than me, but I'm a little more advanced and might not think about putting that kind of information in a video. I literally never thought about showing you how to read a ruler. And I liked that Colleen did that. It was really cool. And I thought, yeah, duh, that was a great video. So I'm jealous. I am jealous that I didn't think of it. Not jealous that she did it. I'm glad that it got views for her. So, like I said, check everybody out. I don't know if we have any other creators in here today. I know I have the best mods, though. You guys just keep that in mind. Tracy, Colleen, Sylvia, they're great mods. The Nightbot is really helpful. And I think that's all of the goodies I had to show for today. Colleen, you're funny. I'm trying to encourage other people. I got a lot of encouragement myself, and I still get a lot of encouragement from other people. And I think we should share that out. Yeah, the faith, let me tell you what I think about 1/8 measurements. I go up to the next line. I'm sorry. I'd rather trim down than try to get that 1/8. It's hard for me to see it. It's hard for a lot of people to see it. But yeah. Yay, it worked. Yes, that's right. I think I have 2 comments on my mods. Because the other one is, if my mods block you, don't come crying to me. I assume that they know what they're doing. I back mine up. I've been on the other side of that. I back my mods up. Yeah, I'd rather trim that 1/8 of an inch. That Quilt Builder card box that I've been working on, Faith, has a whole lot of things that it tells you to do 3/8 inches or 5/8 inches. I'm like, I'll go up to the half or the 3/4. I'm breaking up. I didn't touch my computer, I promise. All right, guys, I'm going to say bye. And you guys have a great day. I will see you on Thursday. Yeah, rounding up makes so much more sense to me. I'd rather trim that little sliver. You've tried to look at Colleen's community tab or mine, Sylvia. You may have to refresh your YouTube to be able to see Colleen's. Yeah, I'm about to that point too. I look at the picture and go, oh, this is how I make that block. That's how I do it. My community tab's been up there for about a month. So hopefully it's just, maybe you need to refresh your YouTube app maybe on your pad. Nice chatting with you too, Math Geek. You guys all have a great day. Thank you for joining me. If you're watching the replay, thank you for watching. And happy Halloween. You put my shades back on before I turn this off so that, maybe my YouTube picture will show my cool 70s mom costume. Okay. All right, guys. Y'all have a great day. Happy Halloween, and don't eat too much candy.